Hello everybody, this is me in my backyard. I haven't been back here in a long while since there's so much snow back here. But I thought this would be kind of an interesting venue to sit down and just talk about some things. I've been running my new World of Darkness Wars campaign, and there's something that I did recently that I thought was interesting. Wow, I'm out of breath. I really need to get back in shape. um, I just recently ran a flashback sort of, I guess, episode or session. And in doing so, I tried to give the players a lot more creative freedom, a lot more narrative control. And I also sort of set them up as, I guess you could say, like the GM of their own flashback. And it was kind of nice because I was able to sit back and really just enjoy the session. I could jump in from time to time to help out, play an NPC if something happened to one of the other players. They went to the bathroom or something. And I'm running this game on Skype. And it was a lot of fun to see where they took the various flashbacks, how much control they exerted, what they were thinking of, what they were saying, any sort of suggestions that came out as a result of, playing with these other players. And it was fun to see. I did notice that some of them felt challenged when they were put on the spot a little bit to roleplay these NPCs. And the way I had it set up was that, okay, so the player was in control of their own background. They were the GM of their background, essentially. And then they would either designate players to play, or they would just put it out there as, does anybody want to volunteer to play my father, or play my mother on the phone, or play this, company executive that's at the dock there waiting for me. So it was definitely a sort of a challenge to them and to their improv skills to try to pull this stuff off. It was kind of cool to see that. And there was a few hiccups here and there. Sometimes people would be a little bit apprehensive, I think, about volunteering for certain things. But I don't know. I thought it was a really cool idea to try, and I think it worked out very well. I think it worked out a lot better even than I expected. But I guess the main idea here is that you can do something like that in your own campaign. Just have maybe just you don't have to do all the characters at once like I did, but you could have a flashback every once in a while with one of your characters, and you could have the other players pitch in to roleplay various NPCs. And there's probably some caveats involved, like the character can't die in this flashback, and for us we didn't have a lot of dice rolling at all. I don't think we didn't do any dice rolling. That would be the Youngwood sirens going off. But I don't know, it's something you can try out. I think you should challenge your players, sort of get them out of their comfort zone from time to time, sort of stretch their improv muscles. I think it's a good thing. I think it's something that, especially if they're GMs, shouldn't be that big of a challenge, but for those players that haven't GM before, that might be their first steps to eventually, running their own game, to doing something on their own. So, what ways can you guys think of to challenge players in this way, to get them to try new things? I'd love to hear about those in the comments or video response. How do you challenge your players? Do you think that that's a good thing? Because, I was thinking about it. If a player is showing up all the time and he's not challenged or she's not challenged, that might take away some of the enjoyment, take away some of the interest. It'd be nice to find out, what some of my players thought about the flashback episode. Maybe you could do a video about that. They did talk a little bit at the end that it was kind of cool playing lots of different characters in the same session, because players don't usually get to do that. Instead of just playing one character, you had to improv these characters on the spot, maybe with a little bit of insight from the other characters and other players. But it was a fun experiment, and I think in part to challenging your players, you should challenge yourself. You should try to experiment with campaigns. You should try to do new things, see what kind of ideas pop into your head, in the days and weeks between sessions. Maybe you have an idea of, hey, you know what, it'd be kind of cool to have an episode where, the character's like 6 years old and something's going on there, or maybe they all have some sort of strange link that they didn't realize they had before, and that could blossom into a whole section, or some arch villain or something that is that connection. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what kind of plots and things could come out as a result of that. So, I don't know, this is kind of cool, actually. I'm sitting in my backyard, just thinking about things. I'm enjoying my New World Darkness sci-fi game a lot. It's kind of, it's cool to see the players step up and do interesting things, push the plot in different directions, and see what happens. I have some surprises in store, but I really hope that my players challenge me, that they bring surprises, and the narrative control that I'm giving them in this campaign, that you know, it takes the story in new and interesting ways. It just, has the campaign have a life of its own. So, as you guys can see, there's lots of snow out here. That's my picnic table. There's just a ton of snow out here. That's the hedge that I did my Change in the Lost video a long time ago. My grapevine. But yeah, how do you guys think I should challenge my players in the future? I'd like to hear what you have to say. I was thinking about doing something like soliloquies, because I've noticed, especially that Alikov likes to sort of do out-of-character things, where he talks about his player's motivation, or his character's motivations, his character's thoughts, sort of like an inner dialogue from time to time. And at first it was a bit jarring, because I don't think I was used to seeing that in a player before, but I don't know. I think if I give that a little bit of direction, I think that'd be kind of neat to see, what some of the inner thoughts are. I guess that might cross the out of character, in character barrier that some people like to, build firmly, like a big wall right there. But, also like open and closed secrets, whether you want to know the innermost secrets of the other characters or not. I'm gonna have to talk to my players and see what they think. But yeah, I don't know. Just a nice snowy day. Thought it'd be kind of cool to go outside. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. If I can see my cancel button. All right, thanks. Oh, that's not